Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I'm pretty sure everybody's doing pretty good because the market is doing amazing right now. Amazing. Just give me one quick second, guys. Let me just shift some stuff real quick. All right, I just need to close some things, but I hope everybody's having a good day right now. Stock market seems to be super happy. We're in super green. But let's see what's happening. Feel free to post on the comments anything you guys want to talk about. And like I said, give me one quick second to just make sure I have everything I need closed. But hope everybody's having a good day. Second. Open. Back. What's going on, Samurai? How's it going? How's it? And I should be good to go. All right, guys. So yeah, market rally gains steam as Congress makes progress on debt ceiling deal. Dow is now up over 500 points. If we take a quick look, right, Dow is up 1.5%. We have the Nasdaq up 1.6%. We got the S&P 500 up 1.5% as well. Ted, what's going on? Let's get this money. Peter, what's going on? Peter, how's everything? Hope everybody's having a good morning. I mean, stocks are up a nice amount. I'm back to what's going on, Tim? How's everything, Tim? Hopefully you and the family are doing well. Tim, we can see, right, definitely a nice movement all around. Some of the big ones that are coming out, for example, AMD is up 2.68%, Nvidia up 1.63%, Apple is up 1.3%, Facebook, I'm surprised Facebook is up a nice amount, 0.68%. Twitter's up 0.34. It's up 3%. I saw Twitter is planning on selling a portion of its business, its mobile business, which I didn't know it had. But we can see, right, definitely interesting. I'm super excited, right? I hopefully the stock market doesn't crash while we're streaming today. But let's see, my overall portfolio seems to be doing good. I only have two red and very small companies in my portfolio. Chinese companies are high real quick today. Huya, even though it's super low, is up 8%. PDD is up about 7%. I think I saw 6%. JD is up 6%. We have Tencent up 5%. We have Magnite up about 5%. C Limited, that's pretty impressive. C Limited is just a beast, right? I mean, this one has barely. Good morning, Kendo. C Limited barely gives us any formal buying opportunities. It's up about 5%. We also have Teladoc. I know a lot of people were looking at Teladoc at those low levels in the 120s. It's now sitting at 130s. Celsius is up 4.5%. So a lot of growth stocks. Unity back over $130. This is interesting, you know. So I haven't really looked at my portfolio. For some reason, I thought Unity was the smaller position. But now, because of these 130 gains, it actually took over my number 2 position size. So Unity is actually now my number 2 position right after Nvidia. Just because of the pure gains. I've always looked at Unity, but when I was looking at it, my portfolio was always in the 100s, and it was number 4. But that's already a 30% gain from there. So it has become the number 2 player in my portfolio, and I was actually surprised by that. Kendall, what's going on, Kendall? Rajesh, buenos días, Jose. Estoy feliz porque el mercado está en verde. Agree. I am super happy because the market is green today as well. Right, we see overall all my stocks are doing super strong right now. I did purchase a bit of Sorrents today at around $86. It's at $87.73 right now. So Sorrents was my purchase for this week. There's others. I know. I think I'm gonna buy another one tomorrow. I'm just waiting for a little bit more funds. But tomorrow, I think I'm gonna go with Facebook or Mercado Libre, or maybe both. Either both Facebook and Mercado Libre. I'll pick up tomorrow. Those are looking interesting for sure. Jesus, what's going on? Good morning, Jesus. And guys, sorry about yesterday, man. I don't know what happened with my internet. It was a bit choppy, but hopefully today we don't get that nonsense again. So overall, I don't think there's any stocks really red. Activision, even though it's not in my portfolio, it is red right now. Let's take a quick look at the FANGs, right? So in the FANGs, we have Netflix is down about 0.3%. Unfortunately, I've been talking about Netflix lately, and I feel Netflix might be priced to perfection to some extent, which is something I want to say. I want to say it's worrisome when earnings are coming up, right? Earnings are coming up in I want to say October 17th. Some date in October they will be announcing. Wait, why does it say earnings October 7th? I don't think that's right. Netflix earnings. Let's see, Netflix earnings date. Lisa, what's going on, Lisa? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so quarter three earnings are scheduled for October 19th for Netflix. Netflix has done amazing right now, right? The overall excitement of Squid Games. But I do want to say, unfortunately, I feel the stock is kind of priced to perfection. Kendo, Facebook and PaySafe seem like buys. Yes, Kendo. I bought PaySafe yesterday. I bought PaySafe yesterday. Not yesterday, last week. So usually if I do buy one, I kind of do every other week. So since I bought PaySafe last week, I'm not buying it this week. But if not, it would be very interesting like this week for sure. Facebook, true. Rajesh, are you not concerned with Facebook's whistleblower issue? To be honest, Rajesh, no. I mean, there's Facebook. I think for one, it's priced cheaper than most of the other things for the reason that there's always some form of privacy or some type of risk behind it. Things like this whistleblower. And it might cause, I want to say, short-term movements, short-term price movement, and short-term bearish price movements. But in the long term, I mean, Facebook always seems to overcome these issues. I mean, we can remember here in 2020 when they were talking about a lot of companies were kind of pulling out of Facebook due to advertisement concerns. And I believe it was, where was it? It was somewhere in 2020. Let me see if I can pull up. It was in summer of 2020. It was right here. You can see that stock price drop like crazy. It dropped from like 280 or 260 to like $220. And everybody was kind of talking, hey, Facebook is doing this stuff with advertisement. We should no longer advertise there. And I'm pretty sure Facebook has had numerous stuff like that over time. And it always seems to kind of pass through it. I think this is going to be no different. I mean, I think Facebook is a nice buying opportunity for me right now. Obviously, there's other reasons. One might not want to just physically own Facebook just because it doesn't align with their investment style. And I think that's 100% okay, right? Marco, me to some extra PaySafe to DCA. Nice. Nice, Marco. Yeah, PaySafe looks to me very interesting. I got into last week, like I said, in the high $7. Right now it's in the low $7. Definitely looking very attractive. I think PaySafe is one that is being slept on completely. And I want to say in a year from now, maybe 2 years, this is going to be one of my favorite investments. Pokey, what's going on, Poco? Zillow is running. Let's take a quick look at Zillow Group real quick. So Zillow stock price. So Zillow up 5.5%. Pretty interesting. I've definitely seen a lot of people excited about this stock. I want to see if Redfin is following suit. Redfin is up about 3.7%. Zillow, right? I mean, we can see this is a stock that even though it's up 5%, it's still sitting at very, very attractive levels, right, Pokey? I think you would agree with it. Even with this 5% gain, the stock price is still sitting at very, very attractive levels. Not overextended. And it's and sitting at good technical points. Baba, yeah, but I see a lot of Chinese candle, right? A lot of Chinese stocks up big. Obviously, they're up big compared to their lows. I think Baba, let's see, Baba stock is up. But a good thing is to always, Baba is up 8.2% today, right? But we can see these levels were last seen in September, right? So this company has a long way to go before ever kind of going back up. So it's interesting, right? It's definitely a strong day, but when we take a quick look at how things have looked, this is probably still at really low levels compared to where this company has up. They're still, but yeah, it's impressive, right? I mean, moves like this, especially dollar cost averaging, can help out, especially like dollar cost averaging at those bottom levels can really help out a portfolio. I mean, being up 8% from yesterday, for whoever picked up Baba yesterday, they are probably super, super excited. Tim, Celsius for sure. Celsius is destroying it. I mean, I don't know how Celsius does it. About to break $198.52. Celsius has actually become my number 5 position now, and this is insane. It actually, from pure gains, I haven't added to Celsius, and this is, I think, the greatest example of why sometimes even a small investment can make huge returns in a portfolio. Celsius, I don't think I've added to the stock in numerous. My most of my additions was in the $17 for Celsius. Now Celsius, from pure gains, is bigger than Sorrent, which is a tier 1 company in my portfolio and one I've added to numerous times. So I think that's insane. Celsius is now one of my top 5 positions from pure gains. I think that's ridiculous. A company I barely added on to, and started off as a small position, is now a top 5 in my portfolio. And that's really, it's like around 7%, 6% of my portfolio now, from pure gains. Kendall, yeah. Cisco, do you think tech growth can move up if 10-year hits? I think it's gonna, the 10-year is gonna make Cisco things a little bit more volatile. And depends, right? I think tech and growth that have positive cash flow from operations, that have either, I think especially positive cash flow from operations and a strong balance sheet. In reality, their business should not be able to change much. They're not gonna, since they're not leveraged, they're not gonna be paying more in interest, since they're positive in cash flow from operations. They should be able to continue and advance their technology and works. I think that is probably going to hit the most on those companies that are not positive in cash flow from operations. Those companies that are heavily leveraged with debt compared to cash and short-term investments. So for me, I'm sticking in tech and growth, Cisco, for my period. Facebook compound annual growth rate is impressive at 26% over a 5-year period. Agree, Rajesh. Very strong. Q, what's going on, Q? Good morning. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see, what else? Is anybody excited about any stock right now? Lawmakers have a deal on short-term debt ceiling increase. Senate Majority Leader Schumer says. So interesting. Let's see some stocks. Those I know I was looking at 5. Comcast Sky launches Sky Glass streaming TV. Interesting. United Airlines December schedule will be biggest since the pandemic began. Let's see. Jobless claim post sharp decline to 326, better than expectations. Spain wants young people to leave home and is offering $300 a month to do so. Interesting. Let's see. Fiverr asks FDA to authorize COVID vaccine for kids. 5 things to know before the market opens. Stocks making the biggest move. Peru Invest. Hello all. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you, Peru, for that support. Tilray had good ERs. I didn't look at them, right? But Tilray right now is pretty much down 0.4%. I see Tilray. I see Twitter is up 4%. I do believe they were, like I mentioned earlier, they were planning on selling one of their units. Tilray, the Canadian cannabis producers, managed street forecast for quarterly loss of 8 cents per share, while revenue was short of consensus. I'm guessing that consensus, that short on quarterly revenue, was maybe something affecting negativity. I wonder what kind of guidance they give. Revenue did jump 43% from a year earlier, with the company noting that retail cannabis stores in Canada started to reopen in mid-June. Interesting. So let's see. For life, what's going on? Skill and Paysafe, how we doing? Skills? I think Skills is up a nice amount today, but still in below that $10. It's sitting up 3.3% today. Still interesting. I don't think there's any news today. I think it's just the overall excitement in the market. Paysafe, I want to see. Paysafe is up 1.6%, right? Both not really big movers. I'm super excited about Paysafe. Marco, are you for life? I mean, are you in Skills and Paysafe right now? Marco, SoFi bank charter seems close now. However, also lawsuit coming. So maybe someone here. I don't follow SoFi too much, but what happens with this bank charter? If you guys could explain to me, like on 5. Like I said, I don't follow SoFi. Maybe that's the reason I don't have it in my portfolio. But I keep hearing these talks about bank charters. So what exactly is that? Maybe one of you guys can explain it, Marco. I would definitely love to learn from you guys a little bit more. Peter, Kendall, not a major movement in price though. Yeah, so we saw, right, Tilray did good. Earnings, I mean, from what I saw, it was all right, but not much movement right now. So Peter, volume is stacking up, and they went from 4% loss to positive so far. Oh no, so I think it will run into PM. Best of luck to you, Kendall and Peter. Ted, I love Upstart and want to add more, but having troubles pulling the trigger at current prices. Ted, I mean, one thing I feel, I was almost going to say Ted stock. Upstart, right? For sure, a company that has done amazing. Right? I mean, this has been a multi-bagger year to date. Year to date, it's already a 7-bagger, right? 600%, I think that's a 7-bagger. So that's super impressive. At current prices, right? People are definitely going to see it's I want to say overextended from moving averages. If I was kind of looking into Upstart, which I'm not. At these levels, these are probably like points where if I want to increase my exposure, just smaller dollar cost average positions. Um, that's about it. I personally, again, me personally, I personally am not gonna. If I was bullish at Upstart right now, this is not the time for me to go in super heavy. This would be the time for me to just dollar cost average with a very very small position. Maybe kind of get rid of that. It seems like sometimes we see these uptick in prices and we're like, we're that FOMO kicks in. Sometimes just even buying a small position can kind of help alleviate that FOMO and help you sleep better and help you do better. I want to say better decisions later on. So if I was bullish in Upstart, these are definitely not prices for me to enter big, but times for me to dollar cost average with. Um, Jose, your take on FTNT? FTNT, not Fortinet. I'm guessing software company. We'll look at it in a bit, Rajesh. Marty, what's going on, Marty? Hi, Jose. Mercado Libre, not looking too good. What do you think? Um, I actually want to do Mercado Libre first, Rajesh. Then we'll go back into Fortinet or yeah, Fortinet. So Melly right now definitely not looking good in forms of stock price. Marty, I don't think there has been any new news, any actual news on Nelly. I actually like it at these levels. This is a stock I'm buying tomorrow. Today I spend most of my money on Sorens. Tomorrow, tomorrow this is gonna be a buy for me. So right now stock is up 1.35%. Even with this current uptrend, right? Even with this current uptick, it's still sitting, in my opinion, at very very attractive levels. So I want to increase my exposure in Nelly by a nice amount. I don't think there's really any major news. The only recent news I think is Mercado Libres has their SPAC, Mecca, that came out, which is interesting for sure. But in forms of this company is growing at crazy levels. Let's take a quick look at Lazy FA, right? Oh, not Lazy FA, Simply Wall Street. Let's take a quick look at Simply Wall Street, and this is gonna be Melly. So Mercado Libre, right? Future growth. This company is expected to grow 28.1% on average. They are profitable. They're not profitable, but they are positive in cash flow from operations. Financially, they have plenty. They have a nice amount of cash and short-term investments. They are a bit leveraged, but based on the market that they're in, I think it's okay. Mercado Libre's expansion in Latin America is insane. I think their logistics service is insane. And let's take a quick look at App Annie. This one is more of a, I want to say it's older in Brazil and all these countries, so they're probably not in the top downloaded like Shopee or C Limited. But I want to see where they're at. Mercado Libre, Google Play overall. I want to see if we see Mercado Libre in top downloads. So yeah, number 22, and like I mentioned, this has been in Latin America for numerous years. It's like going to the United States. I don't think you're gonna see. Would you see Amazon in United States? I just want to take a quick look at. Right, like Amazon is super strong here in the United States, and some people. This is why sometimes App Annie is a little bit shouldn't be taken too much into account. Right, you might be like, hey, Mercado Libre is not the top downloaded application in Brazil. It means that Shopee is really taking its market in there. But just like saying, hey, Amazon should always be the number one top downloader. It's no, that company has been in America for numerous years already, so it's not gonna make the top list. I'm actually surprised it's not even in the top 50 right now. So Marco, thank you. I want to hear this. Marco, SoFi Bank is going to be a one-stop shop for all your finances by being a bank. SoFi will be able to hold more loans on its balance sheet. It will no longer have to limit its number of mortgages. The license will also allow SoFi to determine its own interest rates instead of relying on a partner. SoFi would then also become Galileo's sponsoring bank, and if Galileo's partner want to offer credit cards, SoFi would be able to provide this service. Enormous business to business opportunity. Marco, that's all. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. That was a lot of insight there. And for those that are just tuning in, that's a little insight on what SoFi Bank Charter would be, or how it would benefit SoFi. So that's, thank you for sharing that. If we take a quick look at SoFi, the stock is still pretty down, right? Still pretty beaten down. These levels in the mid-teens seems to be a good, I want to say, sort of accumulation point. We can see obviously the 15s tend to be the strongest. I've had this line here with plenty of volume, but even at these levels, they don't seem to be too bad, right? So SoFi for me, definitely a little bit more than just dollar cost averaging at these levels. So let's see, stock to it's anything trending right now. Tilray is up 1.3%. What else? Wish is up 3.06%. NRXB, this is a pharmaceutical. I thought that was a semiconductor. Affirm is up 2% for the day. We definitely see, I don't think there's much red today. I know you said MYPS is a small position, high risk, high rewards, but when would you expect to see movement on it? Do you have any kind of price target time, Curtis? No, I usually, that's Curtis, whenever I buy a company, I never put, I want to say, a price target or a time in it. It's usually just, for example, I mean, I think of when I buy in a company pretty much just as investing in investing in any business, right? If I was to buy into a business, I don't think, hey, I'm buying it for a $1 billion valuation right now, and in 2 years I want to make it, I want to sell it at a $10 billion valuation, right? I want to make sure the company continues to move in forward directions in forms of what the company is doing. Maps, MYPS, Play Studios is, I want to see, still in early stages. I like the market it's in, right? The kind of the iGamification and working with a lot of online betting companies. Like I believe they work with MGM and some other players. So I like it for that. In form of price targets, in all honesty, I haven't even thought about it or any time frame. For me, usually when I invest in a stock, I actually believe I'm the worst timer in stocks, even though I've done really well. But that helps me think that, hey, in the next 12 months, my positions are most likely going to be red. And I kind of go with that mentality whenever I buy a stock. So it kind of eliminates me for even thinking of when I should sell a company. So whenever I buy a stock, the first thing is like, hey, in the next 12 months, this stock is most likely going to be red. And I'm A-okay with that. But after 12 months in a year, I believe my stock prices are going to be a lot better than they're at right now. So sorry, Curtis, I couldn't give you a better answer there. So what else are we looking at today, guys? Let's see how the market is still doing. What's going on, Sunmeet? How's it going? Let's take a quick look at Finviz. So we can see right now it's pretty much holding up at 1.5. Nasdaq is 1.6, S&P 1.4. Okay, then what makes you think it's time to sell? The only time I think it's time to sell, I want to say, there's 3 opportunities for me when it's time to sell. The first one is if this company is doing some type of fraud, if they're doing, if they're like really doing 100%, you can see the type of fraud that they're doing. The second reason would be my thesis changed. If, hey, maybe this company I bought was first kind of going into the gambling world. Now they're kind of going into another market, or they're kind of trying to hit another market, and I'm not too excited about that. That's when I would sell, right? The thesis has changed. Usually theses don't really change within companies. The third reason I would sell is if, for example, Play Studios, this is a tier 3 company for me. Let's say one of my tier 1s, let's say Nvidia drops, let's say 40-50%. I would sell some of my other positions to go pick up Nvidia. So if I believe one of my bigger positions or one of my higher conviction positions drops a lot, I would start selling things like in my tier 3 to buy things like Nvidia. So those are the main reasons I would sell a position. For me, the price, I'm looking to invest in companies that have a great business, because if they have a great business, that price target continues to increase every single year. Curtis, Ben Perez, Celsius. And sometimes, let's say, Curtis, let's say I'm still, for example, Play Studios. Let me continue with that one. Let's say sometimes I don't sell the company, but sometimes I just don't buy any more position. And the reason I don't buy any position is because, hey, maybe this company I still want to hold, but I don't want to increase my exposure. And as my portfolio grows, that position weight of that stock gets smaller and smaller and becomes almost non-existent in my account. Marco, you are also investing in DraftKings. Hold some golden nugget. Will receive 3.41 golden nugget. DraftKings took a hit after they announced another acquisition. Yes, Marco, they are. They announced. I don't think it has been approved yet. They announced the acquisition of Etain, or the offering of Etain. I don't think it's been approved yet. I could be wrong. But I do like DraftKings. I think DraftKings is super strong in the market. I think this, if they do all go with this acquisition of Etain, it's just going to be a whole. DraftKings is just going to be a monster to. It's just going to be a monster in the market. I like the future growth that they're doing. They're expanding into a lot of free-to-play styles. They're doing a lot of innovative video content, ways to grab new users into their platform, and I think it's working very, very well. No, not. Let's see. No, not Celsius. CLH. All right. Ben Perez. Let's see. Ben Perez. Celsius is in an industry not going away anytime soon. I haven't really heard of that one. Ben Perez. CLH. CLH stock, not Celsius. CL stock. So Celsius, Clean Harbors. Clean Harbors is an American provider of environmental and industrial service, including hazardous waste disposal for companies including Fortune 500, small waste generators, and federal, state, provincial, and local government. So interesting, right? This is probably one of those boring companies, right? Ben, the ones that no one really wants to talk about. But we can see, I mean, year to date is giving 42.6% returns to investors. In the past year, it's up 81%. So let's take. We'll take a look at this one real quick, and then I have to go back to Rajesh. I know he wanted to take a look at Fortinet. So the CLH. I want to take a quick look. So CLH, Clean Harbors. Clean Harbors valuation right now. This company has a company market cap of 5.7 billion. So it's a super small company. That's actually pretty interesting. Future growth, this company is expected to grow 4.7 on average for the next 2 to 5 years. So not a high growth company, but they are positive in cash flow. They are profitable in cash flow from operations as well. If you take a look at their financial, they have about $1.6 billion in debt and about $600 million in cash and short-term investments. They are a bit leveraged, but this is a company that's, I want to say, more mature. This is definitely not my investment style, right? It's definitely not a growth story at the moment. And their balance sheet is a-okay, and not a market I'm too excited about. But I can definitely see maybe some investors don't want that volatility from growth stocks. And we can see Clean Harbors is definitely giving an opportunity for those who want to hold a strong company with positive cash flow, with positive earnings. If we do take a look, though, at their EV to EBITDA ratio, they are sitting at levels a little bit more expensive than they normally does. So for me, this is more like a dollar cost averaging position, not a time to go super head in. So investor, any thoughts on Riot or Rada? Unfortunately, no, investor, no thoughts. Andres, hi. Is it too late to enter a DLO? Is that Duolingo? Duolingo has done super amazing in forms of returns, right? So Duolingo, I mean, for me, recent IPOs, I think these are ones that tend to be very volatile. I mean, there's numerous of IPOs that have done that continue to go higher. There's a lot of there's a lot of IPOs that have also done high, and then as things like lockup period happen, they start to pull down. For me, if I'm in the United States, if I like Duolingo, this is DLoco actually, not Duolingo. So this is DLoco Limited. So I was thinking, but still, regardless, recent IPO, the things remain the same. For me, this goes, hey, Jose, if you're entering IPO, if the stock price is a bit overexcited, and I actually talked about it here. I even have this line where I showed how overexcited it was, and we actually did pull down. For me, these are times of dollar cost average. If I was interested here, I wouldn't buy with a big position. Not advice, just my overall thoughts. Riz Fizz, what's going on, Fizz? How's it going? How's your Peloton doing today? Hey, what's your call? So Peloton right now doing amazing, Fizz. Fizz, is this now your number 2 position? What size is Peloton in your portfolio now, Fizz? I know you've been adding on at those low levels, and now being up almost 6%. I'm pretty sure it's a big player in your account, right, Fizz? But congratulations, Peloton is up 5.6%. So let's see. I know Rajesh. Rajesh, are you still here? Let's take a quick look at Fortinet. I think is FT number 3. Oh wow. So Fortinet, I think we looked at this in the past. $49.3 billion market cap, right? Fortinet provides broad, integrated, and automated cybersecurity solutions in Americas, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. So it's kind of in the cybersecurity market, in the software with the $50 billion market cap. If we take a look at future growth, this company's revenue is expected to grow dramatically, 16.7% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. They are positive in earnings. They are also positive in cash flow from operations. That cash flow from operations is actually really, really strong. If we take a look at their financial health, financially, they are also, let's see, they have about $3.1 billion in cash, $1 billion in debt. So fundamentally, strong growth, positive earnings, positive cash flow from operations, strong balance sheet. So overall, fundamentally, they look pretty good. Right, Rajesh? I want to say I remember looking at their no, this is not it. F it forms of technicals. I want to say the only thing is this stock price is very overextended from its from its medium term moving average, and it's a bit overextended from its short term. For me, this tells me, hey, Jose, if you're trying to enter a position, this could be very volatile. Maybe open up with a dollar cost averaging position. Not a time to kind of go in super heavy, but let's take a look at what maybe EV metrics tell us. And here again, if we're taking a look at EV to EBITDA forward ratios, this is super high compared to where this company has been in the past. So again, this kind of tells me, hey, Jose, this is a company that could be a bit overvalued at the moment. Doesn't mean the stock price can't continue to go up. I do believe now is not a time to go in super heavy just because of the way the valuations are at. Just my overall thoughts, more like a dollar cost averaging position. Dennis, what's going on, Dennis? Hey, Jose, I just came in today. It's green. It's a green day. I know, right? It's a super green day. Let's take a quick look at Finviz. Finviz.com, right? I mean, we have Dow is up 1.56. Nasdaq is doing amazing at 1.64. S&P is up 1.47. Let's take a. I'm gonna take a quick look at my portfolio. I just want to see how I'm doing. I was super excited, right? Because I dropped to a few levels that obviously were still good, but the past few days were a little iffy in my account. But hurry up, let me log in. So let's see, portfolio right now, I'm up 2.84%. All right, so I'm not too bad. 2.84% right now. How's everybody else doing? I'm pretty sure most of you guys are doing a little bit bigger than me. I'm pretty sure some of you guys invest in heavy growth stocks, so you guys are probably up like 4-5% today. I'm up 2.84%. Let me know, guys, how well you guys are doing today. Feel free to post on the comments. Probably most of you guys are better stock pickers than me. Kenny, what's going on, Kenny? How's it going? Welcome, Kenny. So let's see. Kendo up 5%. You're killing it, Kendo. Amazing, Kendo. Congratulations on up 5%. I bet you're super excited today. Any chances for a buy? Kendo, let's see. Kendo, what is your biggest return today, if I may ask? Which one is the one really moving your account today? Rajesh, I'm up 2%. Nice, Rajesh. You're up more than the market. Congratulations. Fizz 2.8 is crazy good. You know I do how I do. You know how I do. Seth is up 2.6%. Congratulations, Seth. Fizz is down 100%. Of course he is. Fizz is only buying Wish. That's why. Fizz spent all his money on NFTs. That's what happened. Peter 3.4 up. Still not enough to fix the damage from the last week. Very true, right? I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'm still down a few G's, but it's looking a lot better. Let's see, Dennis. Any chances for a buy of any stock? To me, even though stock prices are up right now, the ones I'm really liking right now, I'm liking right now, Dennis, are the one I purchased today, Sorrents. I like Sorrents at these prices. Facebook at these prices, I still like, and Melly. Melly and Facebook are two I'm buying tomorrow. So these are the ones I'm interested are the ones I like the most right now. Facebook and Melly. And we got Sorrents today. Curtis, I'm up 2%. Rocket Lab is biggest for you. Nice. Rocket Labs. That's one I haven't heard in some time. Peter up 3.4. Still, like we mentioned, looking into Pubmatic. What do you think, Kenny? Definitely a stock we can take a quick look at in a bit. At Pubmatic. Tim, your biggest gainer today is Duolingo. I'm guessing that one's Duolingo. Duol, right? Is that Duo? Not sure. My biggest gainer, Curtis. Let's see what else. Kendall, maps, shares, and calls that I got earlier in the week. Square, mainly my options are heading the right way and lifting my portfolio. Kendall, amazing. Congratulations. This is looking at Melly. Melly, I like most as much as I love NFTs. Wait, I don't know, Fizz. I thought you really did like Melly, but it seems like you don't like Melly. Being green is overrated. I just buy stocks so I can be part of the Jose Najarro club. Ben, Ben, amazing. I agree, right? Being green is overrated. It's all right. We can be green. Investing in future assets is the better mindset. And FT&T 3% followed by Adobe 2.5. Nice, Rajesh. Nice. FT&T, you got a nice position there. Adobe is also Adobe's killing it, right? If you think space is a big deal, Rocket Lab, RKO is probably second to SpaceX, which is private. Oh, Curtis, that is interesting. Interesting for sure. Ganesh V, 1.8%, 70% index funds, 30% growth, and that's great, right? I mean, you can see you're because you're 70%, you're most likely going to move with the market when the market moves today. But because you have that 30% in growth stocks, you're actually doing a bit better than the market, right? You're at 1.8. We're the highest thing right now. The Nasdaq is the highest one, up 1.6%. So that's the great thing, right? Everybody here has a different financial status, right? And this is such a weird ad that I got put up there. Everybody here has a different financial status that some of us are able to withstand a little bit more volatility, and that's why I say there's no perfect way of investing. So some people can actually be red today, right? People could actually be red today, and tomorrow they can be green on a red day. So it's different investing methods for different financial statuses. I feel like being able to profit from space travel is going to be so far away even after I'm dead. Really, Ben? I don't know how old you are, Ben. I think in my lifetime, for sure, I think we will have some form of space travel. What I really want is the metaverse in my time frame. Melly's great company. We'd love to see a video comparing valuations of Melly, Baba, and T Limited. Interesting for sure. Great ideas, Fizz. Let's actually. Are you calling tomorrow as a red day? I don't know. I'm actually. I'm actually heading for a small vacation today. So I don't know if that's why it's green. The market knows that I'm heading out for a small vacation today. I'm heading. I have a wedding that my wife and I got invited to tomorrow. So we're going to a wedding tomorrow, but we're taking the long weekend. We're leaving today and spending the weekend in another state because that's where the wedding is at. So we're doing a mini vacation. I'm guessing because of this mini vacation, the stock market is up. I can't imagine when we take our big trip later on in October, the stock market is going to be up about 3-4% on indexes. You guys just watch, right? So market October 14th, I think is when I really leave. Wow, Celsius KS. Celsius broke $100. And that's true, Curtis. It's not about Celsius. It's not about space travels, right? The current space market is more about satellite transformation, right? And testing, data analysis. So it's definitely not the space travel. It's more the other stuff outside of it, right? The infrastructure, more likely, right? Curtis, great point there. The momentum will probably be followed by another green day. Fizz, now you just jinxed it for all of us, all right? All right, Fizz, wait to jinx it. Tomorrow is going to be the reddest day of ever, thanks to Fizz. Seth, what's going on? It was worth averaging in Unity from past few days. Congratulations. Yeah, I know, right? Unity, Fizz, this might be interesting to you, Fizz. Unity has now become my number 2 position from pure gains. So just I haven't really looked at my portfolio position sizings recently, and I was surprised to see Unity now at 135. I actually wouldn't be surprised how close it is to my number 1. Let me see. Actually, I'm curious. Let's see. Well, let me log in. I think I can log in here better. Hopefully, you guys can't see this side of the screen. You guys shouldn't be able to see the side of the screen. Boom, 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 boom. So positions. Let's see positions. Count symbol. I just want to see what's my biggest position. So right now, Yeah, all right. Nvidia's still number one. Actually, no. Nvidia's number one with about 10% of my portfolio. C Limited is about 9%, followed by Unity at 9% as well. Unity and C Limited, when they switch off, they tend to be number 2 or number 3 now. AMD is now number 4 position in my portfolio. And number 5 is actually Celsius. Celsius has become the number 5 position in my portfolio from pure gains. This one is insane. Celsius is actually a 600 bagger for me. Let me just show you guys. So this is Celsius for me. Open editor. Oh man, can't. I don't think you consume. I consume in there. I didn't want to do it, but Celsius, I'm up. I'm up. This has been a 700 bagger for me. That's a 700%. So that's what, a 8 bagger. 8 bagger. So Celsius has been one of my smallest positions in my portfolio, but is one of my top positions from pure gains. So that's the power of sometimes just investing in even a small position. So don't save that. Let's see. Congrats, Jose, poor AMD. Yes, I remember when Celsius was under 10. I wish I bought even more. Jose flexing on us newbies. No, not at all. This was more of like showing that, hey, sometimes people wonder, hey, should I only buy $200 of this stock that I like a lot? $200 is not going to make a big impact. But $200 in a 100,000%er can do really strong moves in a portfolio. Fizz, Celsius Beast, best SaaS company, soft drink as a service. Soft drink as a service. That is insane, Fizz. For sure. The market is giving you a good send-off for your vacation. Agree, Rajesh. All right, guys, but I actually have to go pack for the trip. I'm always a horrible packer. I gotta go wash the cars too. We gotta have the cars looking nice for the showing up to the wedding, right? So I gotta go pack. I gotta go do a quick wash off the car, and gotta make sure I pack everything before the wife kills me. So guys, I hope everybody has a good day. I hope the market continues super strong for everybody. I still will be streaming tomorrow though. Tomorrow I will be on the live stream. I'll probably be on the live stream in my suit and everything, or my suit for the wedding. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, and thank you guys for showing up. Right, Fizz, Tim, David, Luis, Kendo, Rajesh, Seth, Curtis, KS, Ben, Luis. I don't know if I mentioned Seth, Chester, Ganesh, Kendo, Tim. I know Peru was here too. Dennis, Kenny, thank you guys. Lisa, appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good day.